Hey, good morning, everybody. Just taking a stroll through downtown Lynn and felt like I should record this video instead of typing it out, because this is a question for the residents of the city of Lynn. It's been on my mind for a while, and I know some of you already know this, so it might be old information, but for some it might be new information. And I would really like to have this conversation with more people that care about this type of thing. So my question is, to the residents of Lynn, the renters in particular, how do you feel knowing that half, if not more, of the rental properties in the city of Lynn are owned by foreign investors? They're owned by people who are not here, present, integrated in the community, but they own properties here as part of their portfolio. Just curious how people feel about that, because to some it makes no difference who owns the property, right? As long as you pay your rent on time, the property's managed good, no problem. But in Lynn, not only do we have a housing crisis, but we have a property management crisis. We have a lot of problems in the city of Lynn and has everything to do with how much people know and what they do with that information. So I'd be happy to have this conversation with anybody in public, not in the comments, not in the chat, like it's way too crazy. But I'm approachable. So feel free to reach out if you'd like to have this conversation. We can record it, we can share it, we can have a private conversation over a cup of coffee. We can take a quick walk and stroll through the city and talk about some of the things that matter to us right here in Lynn. But this is my question for this morning. As I was walking by an apartment building that I used to live in that was mismanaged by a JH1 property and still is owned by a foreign investor that's just buying up more properties in the city of Lynn, developing them, and changing the dynamics of the city here. So I want to know how everyone feels about that. Tap it in the comments. Feel free to send me a message. I'm not accepting requests from everybody about this, but if you want to have a real conversation about it, I'm down. And if you weren't aware of this information, I strongly suggest talking to the city council about it and the mayor and ask them why. Is there a lack of diversity and property ownership in Lynn? Why is there so many barriers for people to become homeowners? Why is there not more access? Why are renters and poor working people of the city of Lynn not included in this American dream of owning a home here in Lynn? And why the city has so much development going on, but still not enough outreach and services to the people who need it? So that's been on my mind this morning, a bit heavier than usual, and that's why I want to record this video. So lastly, I'll reiterate the question, and the purpose of this video is to ask how you all feel about knowing that half, if not more, of the rental properties in the city of Lynn are owned by foreign investors. What are the implications to that? What does that mean for us? What does that mean for the future of Lynn 5, 10, 20 years from now? Let's talk about it.